I suck with the what the fuck? Where are we? Why are we in the void? Oh my god. Professor, I have a question.
Shut up.
Why are we in the interdimensional void?
Budget cut. All
Part
right.
of my class. I'm the professor, but welcome to Horrible Anime 101. We're starting off with Jujutsu Kaisen 0. And you might be thinking, but Professor Gay, isn't Jujutsu Kaisen kind of good? At the beginning, yes. We're gonna get to the bad stuff, trust me. But first, we have to lay some groundwork here. And this is an important piece of groundwork. It is the original. This was before Jujutsu Kaisen, the manga. There was Jujutsu Kaisen 0. Even though the movie came out after the first season of the anime, what happened was they decided they were like, pitch us a story to make sure you can actually write. And he was like, all right, I'll write a light novel. And they were like, wow, this is really good. Looks like we're gonna give you some stuff. And then he was like, okay, thank you. And then his then it turns out he fucking fooled them, because first thing that he tried to do was start off with a battle royale arc. And they said, whoa, hold on, we need to actually, do some stuff. Basically, the only good parts of the actual manga, he hated writing them because he wasn't allowed to make it garbage. So, but we'll get to that. We're getting ahead of ourselves a little bit.
I am sensing some resentment in this man's
We
voice.
both read through this.
Yeah.
We know how bad it gets.
I wasted years of my life reading that shit.
Fair enough. All
right, we're gonna start off with our pro tag. Off the screen. We're talking about Yuta Okotsu.
Have a mouse.
There was a mouse on the screen. He's lame, stupid, suicidal, has no hose, and is literally me, all at the same time. And we've got a diagram here to show you how much he sucks. First, we got our non-Herculean jawline. His chin is inside. So, he has eye bags because he stayed up all night jerking off to Genshin Impact porn. He's a limp-wristed F word. His wrists are like 3 inches across. He's got a little ring there. And you're like, oh, he's got some bling. Look closely, it's a ring pop. Your little thing fell off. But he's got bootleg Converse shoes. He bought them off Temu for $15, and he has no ass. You can see the bones sticking out. Disgusting. He sucks.
I love how unbiased our teacher is.
I don't know what you're talking about. All right, we're gonna open. We're in the opening. Here's the opening of the story. The first thing we see is poor Utah is getting bullied for his fake Converse. Deservedly so. Who the fuck buys fake Converse? And just when this group of good Samaritans is about to give him the what for being the dirty bootlegger that he is, he activates his trump card, which is this thing. The plot device. This is Rika Orimoto. She is Eustace's dead child bride. Literally. She's very protective of him because she's a child and doesn't know any better. Essentially, at this point, a half-sentient, roided out pit bull. That's how she acts.
Yeah, it is.
That's pretty much what she is. We'll get into her backstory a little later. But right now, all you need to know about her is that her and Yuta knew each other when they were little babies. He's fucking dead. So that's about everything that's important.
Owen, can I stop? Owen, you'll understand this. To me, this looks like a different version of fucking Ben 10 alien I'm trying to think of.
Oh,
hold on.
Ghost Freak.
Yeah, fucking Ghost Freak.
Honestly, once something happens later and we see that there's actually like a giant eye in the middle there, yeah, kinda. I mean, okay. Yeah. It's a
yeah, so basically what we're saying is Giga Akutami can't think of anything original.
Is that going to be a recurring theme?
Kinda. Not in this.
Not
in
this.
this.
Not in this.
Pretty much everything in this is original.
Forgot that one of my fellow student is knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to watch this car crash happen
he
as
took
it was
the-
coming out.
Yeah, he took the prerequisite course. Here's got a little conversation because I didn't mention it. It was really all that important, but Utah's child bride came out. Stuffed him in a locker. So because of that, he kind of got water a little bit, as you do.
Yeah.
And he, questioning. And during this questioning, he admits that this Rika character is a constant source of stress for Ute. We're gonna call him Ute. Just for this. Yeah, we'll get there. Just for this slide, we're gonna call him Ute. We're gonna call him something else next slide. Don't worry. He even tried to kill his Pikuchina self. Rika didn't let him do that. There's
Something's going on with the audio.
Oh, something going on now.
He even tried to kill his Pikuchina self. You Pikuchina, boy. He's look at him sulking. Fucking bum ass coward baby. He sucks. He sucks right now. He'll get better, but he sucks. Then
I'm sure.
Gojo convinces Utah right now. He's not as bad as Kazuya is even at his best. Kazuya at his best is like half of Utah at his worst. But Gojo convinces Utah Raptor to come join Jujutsu Technical High School after some coaxing. He says, come on to high school, come on. I'll give you some treats. He throws out some like apple slices. And Utah's like, I want to kill
With some
myself.
like synthetic
I don't-
caramel too, just like
I don't want to do. I want to kill myself. I don't.
Why do I exist?
Is that a
pretty much, yeah.
Is that an apple slice?
Appy slices.
Yeah. Guess what else? I got a whole apple, and if you come all the way, I'll give you half of the apple, and you can get the other half when you actually start going to school. And he goes, I guess I could go for apple, and then he goes, so who's this Gojo guy I've been talking about?
Yes, please.
Well-
Who's this Gojo person who
This is
I've
Satoru
seen him
Gojo.
many times before?
He's the strongest. Not debatable. He's the strongest.
There you go. Let it be noted, the strongest isn't even like, that's not like a joke.
No.
That's not like he's hyped up. He is quite literally, as everyone says, the strongest sorcerer in the world.
Yeah, there are like literal chapters devoted to how he is the strongest.
Anyone, including the villains, dedicate like entire like large swaths of their speeches to glazing him.
Yeah.
And it shows. It is not overhyped.
Yeah, no.
But also, like, basically, people constantly are like, yeah, he may act like a dick, but also he is the walking equivalent of a planet buster.
Yeah.
And if he turns evil, we're fucked. So we just
Yeah.
let him do whatever.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, like we'll probably get into that later, but a little sneak peek is basically any time that they talk about abilities in this series later on, they just so it'll be like there'll be a guy Speedster. He's just like this. He like his technique, and they like lay out everything that like makes his technique, and they're like, and all of this together, it is literally impossible to catch him. Nobody in the known universe is faster than this guy. Except Satoru Gojo. And it's just that for everybody.
Everybody
There is
just
no
has,
one
like,
who-
the addendum to the end of their thing. It's just like,
Yeah.
unfortunate for you, Gojo Claws.
Yeah. Except for it's just like and nobody is stronger than him except Gojo.
there's a
Nobody
character.
has the level of knowledge of cursed energy that he does except Gojo.
There's a character later named Wee Wee. Sorry, UI,
Yeah.
Wee Wee, who's like, nobody's ever been able to dodge my big sister's, like, crow strike, where basically a bird flies through something. I'm not done talking, motherfucker. Nobody's been able to dodge this, Except Satoru Gojo. And it's
Except
like, of
Gojo.
course, yeah.
and then you think about it, and it's just like it's like, when would that have even happened?
Yeah, wait, how did they test this?
It was like she just decided I'll throw my crow strike at him.
Yeah.
And then he just
What? Testing Limitless.
Alright.
yeah, sure. Why did you do? You knew I was gonna dodge it.
Alright, I have a question.
Yeah.
The fuck does a hot tamale have to...
We'll get there. Anyway, he's got a very strong family line. His clan, the Gojo clan,
I
is
would
like
assume so.
the big guys. He has two techniques, curse techniques. As also, curse techniques is a thing we'll get into later. It's superpowers. They don't really get into it in JJK 0 all that much because he was still fleshing out what he wanted to do, so it's not really all that relevant. But most people only have one curse technique. In fact, everybody only has one curse technique, except Satoru Gojo. He has two.
We get into a technical exception of that later with
Yeah.
not the main villain, but you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But he has a caveat for that,
where
why his
kinda-
works.
Yeah.
Okay.
But basically he's got two. He's got his Limitless and he's got Infinity. And they don't really work without the other. So basically, there's the way the family line works is they're basically just trying to create him. They would have a guy who was born with Limitless and not Infinity, which means that Limitless just doesn't fucking work because you need Infinity in order to use Limitless. Or Limitless, you need Limitless in order to use Infinity. So there's a guy with Limitless, and he's like, oh man, he's got Limitless, but he doesn't have Infinity, so it's pointless. Because Limitless by itself is just, you can see cursed energy really well, but Infinity is the part where you actually have the ability to use said cursed energy, and without Limitless, without being able to see it like that, you can't use it that way. So essentially, without the other is pointless. And
Yeah.
only it's once every 100 years that they have someone who gets both, and he has both. And usually, if I remember correctly, there's tells, right? The tells are got the white hair. That's one tell.
Yeah.
And then the next slide will be the next tell. But yeah, he's busted in super complicated technique, technically two. He's a hot tamale.
That was like a very audible.
And then here's the next thing. Here's the next tell. Blue eyes.
Yeah, the 6 eyes, yeah.
The six. It's
Alright.
the 6 eyes. The 6 eyes is another name for one of the techniques. I think Limitless.
It's Limitless. It's the ability to see. It's also like a huge well of cursed energy.
Yeah, and on an atomic level and then you need. Yeah, it gives you an unlimited well of cursed energy, and then you need Limitless to have to be able to work with all that cursed energy and not just go.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could have a whole lecture just talking about that technique. It's kind of stupid how complicated it is. So yeah, we'll move on to the next character.
Do you have to...
Excuse me.
There we go.
Sorry. Not sure how that got in there.
Oh, weird.
It's kind of.
We need.
Come on.
We need. You are moving your thing onto my other screen.
Move it over.
Other way. Oh, there. I saw it. Here it is. We'll just keep it right here. All right. Moving on. Oh, sorry. That's Sorry. Yeah, we'll get that.
We need to get better jokes.
So I'm sorry.
I mean, I get it. It is a good joke, but yeah.
My bad. All right. Move on. All right. More characters.
I think my teacher might be like me.
So these are Ultron's classmates. We've got Maki Zenin first. That's this one. She's a
Woman.
she's a disgusting void. She has no powers. She sucks. But she also has immense natural physical strength. She has a thing called Heavenly Restriction, which is not explained in Zero, so we won't bother with it yet.
Okay.
But essentially, it just means You have no cursed energy, so you don't have any superpowers, but naturally you're just like a superhuman.
All right.
You don't need to say okay for everything that I say. Let's just keep going here. Next we got Inumaki Toge. He's this fella. He's got a little scarf around his head. He's got cursed speech. That means that anything that he says is forced to happen, pretty much. Just that's a layman's terms explanation of it. And because of that, it can be a problem. Because if he, for example, says, like, I don't know, collapse. Yeah. So for that reason, he only speaks in rice ball ingredients because you can't make things happen with that.
Something to note before it doesn't really come up in this one, but they like add it in later for some reason, which I guess makes sense. There is a upper limit on his cursed speech in that the more powerful the word, like just like screaming die at something, or like the more powerful the person he's using it on, it can cause him like actual physical harm.
Yeah. Like he tells somebody to blast away at one point who's super strong, and they do, and then he just goes
like vomits blood.
That seems like they made this and then immediately realized this is broken.
Pretty
They
much.
actually
Pretty
went
much.
to.
Especially when you remember that Zero came first.
Salmon.
Rice ball. It's that always.
Alright, okay.
Mayonnaise.
Panda is a panda. Alright, great.
He
Nice to
just
know.
punches.
Salmon roe.
Mm-hmm.
Okaka. Shaka. Nigiri. Panda.
I think somebody asks them later, like, how do you understand what he's saying? And they're like, you don't?
just kind of guess.
It's the C-3PO R2-D2 argument of just, yeah, it's a bunch of beeps, but the plot.
It works.
We can kind of gauge his inflection, but we don't actually know what he's saying. Panda.
Alright.
Yeah, so he goes in. He goes into walks into the classroom. Everyone's like, oh yeah, Gojo just goes, oh yeah, here we have a new student today, by the way. And then he walks in the classroom, and immediately everyone gets fucking fart bombed by the immense amounts of cursed energy.
Oh boy.
And they're just like, what the fuck is going on with this guy? And there's just a fucking evil entity following him around. So they're just like, what the fuck?
It's like having the ability to sense morality. And, like, you walk past some guy on the street who's, like, Osama bin Laden levels evil. Just like,
Yeah.
wait.
It's just like,
like, it just, like, knocks you over.
Yeah.
alright.
So, yeah, then they all go to, like, beat him up because they just assume, oh, this guy's evil. But instead they get beat up by the most powerful cursed spirit ever. And yeah, Gojo just goes, oh yeah, by the way, sorry, forgot to mention.
He's very cursed.
He's very cursed by the most powerful cursed spirit of all time. And they're just like,
Why didn't you say so?
Yeah, it's just like
and he's just like, come on guys, you know me. I like to goof around.
Let it be noted, they are the only three people, like other three students in that room, and one of them here has no fucking, like, magic superpowers. She's just physically kinda strong,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah.
She just has a spear.
She just has like a
A
weird
glaive.
little, yeah, I guess that would be a better.
Yeah.
She has a bunch of stuff that she uses,
Yeah.
but right now she's using the glaive thing. Whatever. All right. Next. All right, we got a flashback. Woo! Are we ready for the flashback? All right. So here's where this is you Megalodon, and this is Rika back when she was alive. And Rika loves this stupid chud oh so much, and she gives him a ring pop that she was sucking on. She's like, "This is a wedding ring. Let's get married." He's like, "Huh? I'm like 4 years old. Okay."
Yeah.
And so it's wholesome 100, right? And basically there's a whole thing dedicated to oh, we're gonna be together forever. And Yuta's like, okay. I'm not even kidding, by the way.
Yeah,
Like,
he pretty much does.
He actually, like, he doesn't sound like that, but he's basically just like, okay.
He's like 4 years
I'm
old.
four-
He's like,
I'm
okay.
4 years old!
you
You are the youngest person ever! So yeah, that happens. It's very...
I am slowly, patiently waiting for this to like fuck up and have this.
Do not need to wait long.
Don't worry, we'll get there.
Alright, go ahead, buddy. Then show me.
It's very wholesome, and then they're going to school, I think, at one point. They're walking down the street.
Yeah.
It's time across the street, but this is a lecture, so we've got some quiz questions
God
for you.
damn.
All right, quiz. What happens as Ukulele and Rika go to cross the street? Patience, young grasshopper.
Okay, I got this. I got this.
No. Let me read them out. All right. A, they hold hands in a kawaii way and make it across safely. B, they decide to skip school that day and go eat some cheese instead. C, Rika doesn't look both ways and gets chewed up in the tires of a Prius. Or D, the United States government donates $5 trillion to Israel.
I'm gonna go with option number E, which is Ukulele sings toxic gossip trait if she gets hit by a fucking bus.
D, final answer.
That's not even... What? That's not an option. F. Dude, you just failed the whole class. I hope you're happy. All right, what's your actual answer?
Did I stutter?
A, B, C, or D?
A, B, C, or D? Pick one.
Alright, fucking... Yeah, just C.
C? Okay. All right.
Just go fuck with you. Because I
Oh.
know you're right. Was I closer to correct than him?
So it turns...
Oh, no, 100%.
So
No,
it turns out you were both right.
I like how me.
Oh, thanks for that. Yeah.
I like how me.
Now, those two things are independent of each other, but they both did happen.
I like how me just fucking making a complete guess was somehow correct.
Well, I mean, what the hell do you think?
It was like the most basic. Yeah.
The other two were everything works out fine, and they skip school and eat cheese.
Yeah, but the fact that off the top of my head I was able to like fucking bullshit this.
Oh yeah, and you were
Specific
asking
thing.
like, oh, how long until it goes bad? I shit you not. We have the flashback where she's like, we're gonna get married and be happy forever, and then it immediately cuts to her getting hit by a car.
Yeah, no, the transition. I'm not kidding. The transition is we're gonna get married, and then the transition is literally the sound of the car hitting her.
I feel like I just took the record for best like Hail Mary from
really.
myself.
No, not at all. You had
Because
four
C was-
options.
I guess.
It was right there and was basically the exact same.
No, this C was it's the answer. You picked
Is
that
it
one.
actually?
I mean, what else is that?
Fair.
So yeah,
What else is going 50 through a school zone?
yeah. So Rika, yeah. There you go.
I do not,
So
I do not care.
Both C and D are correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Rika's fucking dead. She got chewed up. Her head is like there's like a thing going through it. She's exploded. Her arms over there. Her legs over there. Oh hell no! Oh hell no! So Rika's PMO about dying because she kind of likes the guy. So she curses Yujiro's ring and him at the same time so they can be together forever. And it actually is a jarring scene the first time you watch it. But after that,
Mouth was on the floor the
Yeah,
first
the
time you
first-
told me to watch it. I was just
Yeah.
like, I literally
Yep.
said like, oh, I can't wait for this to go wrong, or like, oh, this isn't gonna last. Immediate next scene, I'm just like, oh.
I watched it in theaters and I was like, well, she's definitely dead, right?
Yeah.
So what is she gonna like die, get sick, die of cancer?
What the
Wasted
fuck?
no time.
Yeah.
You were speed running
And
the
the
backstory.
scene itself is also because Yuta's just standing there like, and then he looks down and there's this,
Alright.
and it's like Jesus. So yeah, you can understand why he's maybe a little bit traumatized about that. but he's still a bitch. Yeah. So anyway, here's his first. Anyway, first time we're gonna go out and kill some curses for the first time. It's the first outing. Why does he look like that? Look at his chin. He's doing the face.
I didn't notice how bad it was. That's actually kind of bad.
He's doing the Charlie Doppler face from the most recent episode of Smiling Friends, where he's like turned sideways, like. It's like, oh my, do I actually look? I need to work out or something. What the fuck? Oh my god, do I actually look like that? Yeah, it doesn't look great, but he's nervous and a bitch. But, yeah, so basically, Gojo takes him and Maki. By the way, also at this point, we skipped over it, but Maki is giving him a hard time because I don't know. She doesn't like. She's like. I think the original.
It's because he's a softie or something.
He's
like
a
that.
soft. Well, it's like. Well, she's like, why are you acting like the victim? She's the one who died, and he's just like, what? and then Panda has to come up to him and go, hey, I'm a panda. Don't worry about that bitch. She's being mean just to be mean. And he's like, okay, sure.
I would think I was just tripping balls.
And then Inumaki just goes up and goes, Shaga. And Yu just goes, hello.
Oh, hold on. I don't think the conversation I'm thinking of has happened yet. Where he's talking, Panda's talking with Yuta, and he's just like, kind of women.
Yeah,
you
no,
like.
that's late. We'll
Yeah.
All right. So, next up, this is an important thing that we're going to talk about. This is the grade system for both curses and sorcerers. So, there's grades. I believe the lowest it goes is 4 for sorcerers. I believe that's where you start. I think curses, it can go lower than that, but I don't remember. But basically, even if not, it's just 4 is the lowest. So it goes ascending. There's grade 4, grade 3, grade 2, grade 1, and special grade. Grade 4 is you're a newbie. Grade 3 is you've got some experience, you can handle yourself, you can probably take out a curse. You could probably take out like a few low-level curses without a problem. If I remember correctly, the way it works is that grade 4 curses, nobody should have a problem with that. That's like a bug. Pretty much, you can just squish it. Grade 3 curse is the average person would be in trouble, but if you're a grade 4 sorcerer, you should probably be able to handle it. It's basically whatever grade sorcerer you are, you should be able to beat the grade curse above you by yourself. Unless we get to special grade. Special grade is different. That's a whole other thing. And then grade 2 is you're seasoned. You know what you're doing. This is the average sorcerer is in somewhere around 2 or 3. Then there's grade 1 where you're elite. You're respected. They trust you to do pretty much anything. The only maybe if you're going against a special grade, you're gonna have some problems. But other than that, it's really. And we see first grade sorcerers holding their own against special grades curses, but that's not until later. We'll get to that. And then there's special grade. Special grade is both in curse form, and sorcerer form. Like
walking nuclear bomb.
Off. It's like off. That's why there's no grade 0. It's special grade. You're off the scale. Like there is no. You can't really. There are 4 special grade sorcerers. They are Gojo's one, obviously, and then we'll meet another one later in this story, and then there's another one who doesn't show up until the first season of the anime.
Okay.
What kind of woman is your type?
Is he really?
No, he's grade 1.
Oh,
the woman.
Yeah. Okay. No, I figured it out. All right.
Yeah, I won't. Yeah. She's not relevant in this, so we won't talk about her yet. But and then the 4th one is this fucking guy.
Okay.
And that's why. And so basically, she's like, "What grade sorcerer are you?" He's like, "What? I don't know what that is." She's like, "Well, give me your card. It says on the card." And she looks like probably grade 4. He's just starting out. What the fuck? What? And he's like, special grade, and he's like, "Oh, is that like below 4th grade?" And she's like,
good or something?
No.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Basically, what this is saying is, this is a couple of things that are. This is mostly based off of his potential. But right now, most of this has to do with the fact that he has Rika, and Rika is a
It is
special,
basically entirely Rika.
Rika is a special grade cursed apparition. In fact, she is the special grade cursed apparition at this point, because none of the other ones from season 1 have actually happened yet. They haven't been created. So yeah, he's but also there are things that we will learn later about him where he is extremely naturally gifted, and you're just like, oh yeah, okay, that's why he was special grade. But yeah, they know, right? They know.
Yeah.
So the grading scale will become much more important in the first season, where they also explain it much better. Yeah, so they fight some guys, they beat some guys pretty easy, and then they get jumped by this big hunk of a man. Big fat dude, big fat hump. He jumps both Maki and Utility. They don't really have a chance against him because he's so big and fat and gassy. So he just floors them instantly, pretty much. And he's such a big fat gassy guy. And that's about it. We don't really know more about it.
It's kind of just a big curse that was a little too, using the grading system, a little too high.
He was
for that.
probably around, he's probably like grade 2, something like that. Like, anybody who really knows what they're doing is going to be able to handle it no problem, but...
Unfortunately, we said
Utah-
person with no powers and
yeah.
person who doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Utah is a special grade, but isn't a special grade, and then Maki is grade 4 because she has no powers.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Not a good look, not a good mix. Gojo sent them in there. I don't think he knew that guy was there. In fact, I'm pretty sure that we'll get to who sent this thing there. It's more likely that this little chuddy was not there when Gojo got the call to do the thing. He's careless, but he's not that careless. We move on. Now they're inside the belly of the big fat gassy beast. I wanted to put a GIF of him AI'd onto Incredible Gassy in the corner, but I ran out of time. And I ran out of time. And
Was that what you were trying to get, Gavin?
Yeah. I couldn't. Well, we couldn't get a good enough image to use the AI with. So, So they're inside the gassy belly of the beast. They found the 2 kids who were missing. I forgot to mention that, but there were 2 kids that were missing. That was what they went in there to find. So they found the kids. They got bored as well. And then Maki is. They talk. She got cut as they were going down, and now she's weakened. She faints because they say this, that she is more susceptible to curses than some other people might be. This is something that is never brought up again. Not about Maki being more susceptible, not about anybody being more or less susceptible. This is where we start getting into the stuff of Gege introducing something and then just never mentioning it again.
I feel like Zero at least gets kind of a pass, if only because this was supposed to be like his first story.
Yeah, well,
so
this
it's realistic that some things just wouldn't be.
Yeah. We can forgive it for this. There's also, this story hasn't really even been fleshed out yet. There's a thing called domain expansions that we're going to get into in the first season. Those did not exist yet in this. So there's a lot of things that are just kind of seemingly missing from this that show up later. And the reason for that is because he hadn't thought of it yet. Because it's official, but it wasn't it doesn't really work by the same rules.
Because I was gonna ask what, because I remembered that, but anyways, go on.
That's not in yet, basically. He hadn't thought of it.
Patch notes didn't come out yet. Sorcerer
it's
didn't gain that ability.
He hadn't read Bleach yet. He's going, Bankai!
I mean, we're all inspired from somewhere.
Yeah, this is something that comes up later. It's forgivable now. It will not be forgivable when he keeps fucking doing it 3 years into the actual story. So yeah, Yuta's like, oh shit, I'm all by myself. My stupid woman person can't bail me out. Oh man, guess I better kill myself. But he doesn't actually do that. He just goes, Rika, Basically, the whole thing is this is his moment where he's like, I don't want anybody to get hurt. I have to use my powers for good. So he goes, Rika, stun on these hoes. And, yeah. Rika stunts on these hoes.
Okay.
Bursts out of this creature's chest and then proceeds to, like, I think just literally crush its head against the building and, like, tear into it.
Yeah.
Like a pit bull.
Yeah, she tears the thing limb from limb, body part from body part. It's very ugly. She tears it to bits, and Urethra carries everybody else out of there. And Gojo is just watching from the outside, like, yeah, this guy's pretty good. Why didn't I help? Whatever.
He had it.
We're good.
It should be noted, I don't know if you get into it, but like immediately afterwards, Gojo's like, that's really cool what you did. Also, please don't call on Rika again like that, because she disappears after this.
Yeah.
She, like...
There was no guarantee she was
Yeah, there was no guarantee. If she gets out and, like, isn't under control in any way, that's a big problem. So Gojo's like, that's really cool. I'm really proud of you. Also, don't fucking do that again.
Gojo is like, yeah, if she had gotten out, it would have been a huge fucking problem. I would have probably beaten her because I'm fucking Gojo. I'm the goat. I'm the strongest. But don't make me do that. All right.
I don't want to do my job. Calm down.
Yeah, don't make me do my job.
Pretty
dude.
much. Like, it'd be rough. I can't guarantee civilian lives won't be lost.
Yeah. I'm also a member of the anti-work subreddit. So, yeah. So that's the whole thing. Yeah. So now he's like, basically they're like, we have to figure out how to get you to be able to control him pretty much. Because right now they're just acting. He's just acting based on she likes me, she'll listen to me, and she does. But there's no guarantee she's always gonna do that. Especially if she pisses him off, or he pisses her off in some way, which you don't really think about that happening. But that's always. She's a fucking cursed spirit.
They're unpredictable.
You're walking on eggshells regardless of how much they like you. So we'll move on. Next is oh no, he left his ID card, and then there's a silhouette over the ID card. Who's that guy? He might be up to no good. There's something evil about this guy. I just can't put my finger on it. But he doesn't look very good. He was the guy who sent the thing. Anyway, next mission aftermath. Gojo and Euphrates are having a bit of a talk about how, and also he's sulking like a baby again. Young blood. He has a flashback after seeing, basically he just sees a little kid walking down the hallway with an IV in.
Flashbacks.
And he's just like, oh, that reminds me of when Rika was in the hospital. But not when she was dead, when she had an illness or something, and that's when they met. They met in the hospital. And then, important line from Gojo. Gojo says, there's no curse more twisted than love. He has experience with this. And Yuta obviously also has experience with this. And then basically, the end thing of this conversation is that Yokai Watch resolves to break Rika's curse.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I had the DS game. I never finished it.
I was about to say, what the fuck?
It's,
I know what it is.
Okay, good. I was gonna say, I have no good way of explaining Yokai Watch.
And then he's like, I'm gonna break the curse while I'm at Jujutsu High. And Gojo's like,
why
all
you
right,
have
dude.
been going for about 45
I don't know why you made that noise, but go ahead.
That noise threw me for a loop.
That's what he does. Gojo talks to higher-ups. This is another thing that will become much more important very much later on in the story. Basically, the Gojo and these ghostly higher-ups do not like each other. They're all old and decrepit, and Gojo hates boomers. So he
does. That's the best way of putting it.
The higher-up, they complain about how risky the last mission was. Gojo basically just says, lol, you guys are bitches. Get the fuck up out of my shit, bruh. And then they say, well, if you can't control Yuta and the little thingy, we're gonna have to execute them. They really want to do that. already.
They really like
We're gonna-
executing
we haven't executed a child in a week. We're itching for it. And Gojo basically just goes. Gojo straight up says, if it comes down to that, I'm on his side. Which basically just means,
if it's Gojo saying it, you're not killing him.
basically what that means is, if you try that, I'll kill all of you. And that again will become important much later on, like end stages of the manga later on.
So eventually they actually try it.
No,
Not really.
It's over a different thing.
Yeah, but basically the important thing to remember here is that the higher-ups and Gojo are not fans of each other. Gojo really doesn't like them. Like, really, really doesn't like them. Like, if he was allowed to, he would just kill them all right now, pretty much. Next up, Cursed Tool time! That was one of the things that Maki had, the glaive thing. That's a cursed tool. Basically, because she has no fucking powers, she has to use weapons that have cursed energy inside of them. And you use them, and then they do curse damage on the curses. That's how they work.
Yeah.
So, basically, Gojo gives Yu Tyrannus a tool to imbue. It's another dinosaur.
No, I know. That was a new one. I have no idea that one.
To imbue the curse into it. Basically, this is just his way of we're gonna essentially funnel her energy into this, and then you can use her powers without actually having to use her.
Think
is
of
the idea.
Rika as like a battery. This weapon is gonna act like an appliance.
Yeah.
It's something
Yeah.
to filter it in.
I get you. Can you go ahead and read that last sentence there for me?
I saw that like immediately.
So this frame gives me an erection.
He's touching his pit.
Don't.
His phone is going out.
Yeah. Moving on.
No, yeah, just a quick.
We can leave if you want to, fix that. We can leave.
Don't worry about it.
we do.
All right. Next up is the
Yeah.
panda combo. So Yuta and Maki are training, and basically they're talking. Gojo comes over and says something to Panda, and they're talking, and then Toge's like, and they're like, we can't understand you, but whatever. And then Panda, like, they say something about Maki, and Panda just goes,
Oh! I think
Revelation!
I think Gojo literally says, or like, yeah, it would have to be Gojo. Literally says like, man, I've never seen her go this hard on anybody before.
Yeah.
And Panda's like, yeah, she.
and he literally goes,
Yuta! Come here! I have something to tell you!
and then, yeah. So basically, this scene is the point of this scene is to establish the potential romantic chemistry between Maki and Yeshua. So basically, he comes over and he's like,
Huh? Do you like big boobs or small boobs?
he goes, what? and he goes, like he literally does that.
At the.
And then he goes, I've never really thought about it, but I guess if I had to choose, I like bigger ones. He goes,
Maki! You've got a chance!
and then Maki, who is not a fan of this insinuation, and in typical anime fashion, beats on a man for angering her.
Beats the shit out of Panda.
Beats the shit out of Panda.
Yep.
That's fine. It kind of comes up more in season 1. Never mind. I was gonna mention something about Panda because I realized we never did. Like he is a panda,
Yeah.
but he's not.
He's also other things.
He's also other things. But it
Yeah,
only
but
matters in
that's-
like season 1. So
But that is not in this at all.
Yeah.
He doesn't change. Well, he becomes his gorilla form in one of the fights, but that was not in the original source material.
Oh, okay.
That was an add-on in the movie.
Okay.
So it's not really relevant. And yeah, that's kind of it. Then, and while she's beating up on the poor, she's domestic violencing the poor panda. And Gojo goes, "Oh, you two, come here." And then they come over and he's like, "We got another job for you guys. This is Toge. Toge also at this point is grade 2, I believe,
I think they all are.
except
More or
Maki.
less. Well,
Maki's
that-
4. Strength-wise, she's probably closer to 3. But and then Panda's I believe also 3. But
they're in
Toge-
like the 2 to 3 range.
Yeah, but Toge is the only one who at least is mentioned to be grade 2, and this is important because once you get to grade 2, you can go and do missions by yourself, and you don't need like a chaperone, pretty much. So he's been doing that this whole time, but they just didn't mention it up to this point. And they go, "All right, we got another job for you, Toge. Yuta, you're gonna go like job shadow him. Just watch what he does, pretty much. He should have this. It's not a problem." Yuta's just like, "Oh, okay, haha, ha." And then Toge just goes, "Ah." All right, dude. And then they go, they walk over to where they need to go. They get driven over there by another character called Ijichi, who will be in this. Is he in the next frame? I believe he is. There he is. There's Ijichi. There he is.
I like how you crushed the images down.
Don't worry about it.
Well,
I gotta fit him.
These images are like important, but also like you kind of just need to see them talking to Ichiji.
Yeah.
He doesn't come up as much. He doesn't have any
This is the
offensive.
This is the only point. He has no offensive capabilities. He can do barriers. That's it. This is the only time he shows up in this movie. He's a much more of a stop yawning in my class. He's much more important in season 1. He's there for pretty much all of the missions in season 1. He's the barrier guy for all of them. Let's see. Yeah, so Ijichi's there. Toge's there. In order to use, we talked about it already, but using his cursed speech, because it's so overpowered, it takes a toll on his throat. So he has throat medicine that he buys from the store. And then he's got it in his pocket, and they go in there, and you can kind of see, this part is not really all that relevant. It is relevant because it's what they're there to do. You see all the little fellas there, those are curses. He just goes, like they're like swirling around and stuff, and he just goes, explode! And they all blow up.
Yeah, okay.
And he's just like, well, that's that. And then they leave. Or they go to leave, and the barrier is not coming down. And they're like, huh, that's weird. That must mean there's something else in here. There's something else in there.
I love that phrase.
So this guy was not who they came there to do. Huh, this seems like a trend. So they're just like, what the? And then he starts attacking them. And then Toge goes, twist! But he misses, and it twists the guy's arm instead of just killing him. And then he's like, oh crap, I used it twice. I'm a bum now. And then he's coughing and choking and wheezing, and Yuta has to pick him up and carry him away.
If I recall, it wasn't even necessarily that he missed per se. It was just how words affect stronger curses.
Yeah.
Like on a lower grade curse, if he said twist, it'd be like wringing out a towel. They just.
Yeah.
But because this one was more powerful, it just kind of goes.
I believe that this was. I don't think this is a grade 1 curse. I think.
No, it's a grade 1.
Did they? I don't know if they name it as such, but regardless, it's at the very least to the point where Toge should not be doing this alone.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, then they're like, oh crap, oh man, and then there's a whole scene where they talk, and you're just like, man, no, you dropped your medicine. You dropped your medicine. He's like, Shocking. And then he's like, oh man, this is all my fault. You had to knock me out of the way, and then you got the medicine away. And he's like, oh, cool. And then, basically, they give another pep talk, and Toge just goes, all right, and he goes, and then just walks away. But what he actually saying is, all right, I gotta go do the thing now, even though it's probably gonna destroy my throat, but whatever. And then you're just like, let me be a distraction for you. And Tokei goes, okay. So yeah, and then Yuta goes and he fights this guy for a little bit. He goes, he uses his sword, he blocks the guy, and he gets hit by his light beam or whatever it was he was using.
It's like a gravity thing.
Yeah. He's bleeding, as you can see, but he grabs medicine and he throws it at his head. And Toge, just for completely unnecessary, but he jumps off the balcony. Just didn't need to do that. Grabs the thing, eats the medicine, and then goes like, what does he go like? Crush. Crush. And the guy goes.
Okay.
So then they did it, and then the veil goes away, and then the other veil goes away. They notice, and then Ichichi's like, I didn't put up that veil.
That was the most. I've seen Smooth Cracker Neck. I do slow. I don't. It was just like.
We gotta get it all at once.
Oh no, that's fair.
But yeah, there's.
Second
And then-
that's pretty weird.
This guy might be up to no good. There he is. Geto did the TS. Him and his stupid fuck-ass worm.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was there. He's the guy who put up the second veil. And Ichichi is like to Gojo, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have let that happen. I'm going to resign. And then Gojo's like, no, dude, it was fucking Geto, bro.
We know who did this.
Yeah, he's a special grade sorcerer. By the way, this is the other special grade sorcerer.
Nice to know.
Here he is.
He get his own dedicated.
Geto!
He is a special grade sorcerer like Urin and Gojo. He's Gojo's disgraced gay lover.
Not actually, but yeah. No, you're allowed to do that. Like good friends. That if anything,
men can't be friends. What the fuck is me and you wrong going on?
He definitely gives some crazy ass head. Definitely does. Don't ask me how I know, but he definitely does. And he hates monkeys.
Okay. You're probably gonna, to clarify, not in like the racist way.
Kinda.
Well, it's not a race thing. It's a
not
class
black
thing.
people specifically.
It's, so, Geto is very clearly a sorcerer. Do you get into what his technique is?
A little bit.
Okay. But either way, he, for reasons that get explored later,
Yeah.
get created later, really hates non-curse users, or non-sorcerers, and calls them monkeys constantly. And when I say the voice actor for Geto in both, indefinitely the English version of dub, puts like southern slave owner levels of hatred into what he says.
Monkeys.
He's just like, we
well,
need to be careful. We wouldn't want those monkeys getting in our way. And it's like,
Yeah.
brother!
Yeah, and then there's a part where he's like spraying.
I don't want them to.
Yeah, he goes because he had just done like a thing for 2 non-curse users. He's like, "You're spraying yourself, Master Geto." He's like, trying to get rid of that monkey smell.
Yeah,
I don't want that on me.
I don't want.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he hates monkeys so much. There's a scene where basically he kills a guy because the guy was like, I've donated money to you to help save me from.
I don't have any more money to give.
And he's just like, all right, whatever, die, monkey. And he kills him. So yeah, this guy's kind of mean. He's kind of green.
A actual cult leader.
Yeah, that's another thing. He's got a cult. He does the like the thing where you know
Like
you
a
know what I'm talking
guru.
about. Yeah, the guru thing. So yeah. And as soon as we get introduced to him, he's making his move. He goes to Jujutsu High. There he is. He arrives and he declares TMD. Which, in case you're wondering, stands for Total Monkey Death.
Yep.
Kill all non-curse users. And then here's a good time to explain what his technique is. So What's that orb he's holding? That's a curse. What he does is he takes the curse, right? He basically, whenever there's like a curse or something, he'll go up to the curse, turns it into a little ball, a little orb thing, and then he goes, and he deep throats it, and he eats it, and then he has that curse and he can use it. So
I should note, you say small, that is like the size of a fucking baseball, which makes it even more horrifying when he, like a python, just goes, oh!
Well, that's how you know that he's got great head.
That's why I didn't stop you. I just did the...
Yeah.
I was like, actually, that one I can't say anything about, no.
That guy, he is the throat goat.
It's got a grip like a retard petting a dog.
The Family Guy. Oh no, please. No. Doggy. But look at you, Brian. Baby. Oh no.
Yeah, so
He shows up at Jujutsu Technical High, goes up to the 4 people, and he's like, hey there, the 4 students, and he's like, hey fellas, you guys are, hey guys.
he like almost immediately goes up to Yuta and is like, hey buddy, old pal, old chum, I think
that's this panel right here.
Yeah.
As he runs up to Yuta and grabs his hands, and he's like, you are the goat. You are so fucking cool. Please
join my cult.
Join my crew. And Yuta's like, who are you? He's like, we're gonna create a better world. You and your curse wife, we're gonna create a better world. We're gonna kill everybody. We're gonna kill everybody. And you're just like, what are you talking about?
let it be noted, Yuta is like kind of creeped out by him, very obviously.
Yeah.
Geto calls his non-curse crush a monkey, and Yuta's like, whoa.
Yeah, we'll get, so yeah, they're having a whole fight, and then Gojo comes out and he's like, stop harassing my students, Geto. They don't want head from you. I might, but they don't. They are not of age yet. If you want to give some head, I'm right here. And Geto's like, ugh, we've been exes for years, bro. And Gojo's like, and he walks back. But he stays. Basically, he just goes, fuck off, Geto. Get out of here, man. And then he's just like, no. And also, I don't like people who are non-curse users. And then Maki's like, hey, wait a minute. I'm a non-curse user. Don't say things like that. Wave at him. And he goes,
oh, yeah, no, so you actually do have...
Yeah, so then, Geto is extremely racist to Maki, and everyone claps. He says, she points the thing at him, and he says, careful what you do. I don't need any monkeys like you in my world. Basically.
Yeah.
and then Yuta's like, hey! Whoa! Now, I think everybody's a little racist sometimes, but you're taking, this is competitive. You're taking
this
it.
man took it to ranked. He took it to ranked.
Yeah,
it is no longer
if you're gonna,
This man is no longer just playing racism. He's playing League of Legends level.
yeah,
He's playing pro MLG, like, premium subscription racism.
if you're gonna talk to my second non-curse wife like that, we're gonna have some problems. Second wife,
Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay. No, I get it.
we're gonna have some issues. And Geto just goes, man, I should have said anything. Man, I'm always getting myself in trouble. Ugh. And he said, and then basically he just goes, yeah, whatever. I'm gonna kill all you guys anyway. On Hallows Eve.
Jormungandr, dang, okay.
If on Hallows Eve, I'm gonna enact my plan. I'm gonna kill Jormungandr. I'm gonna steal Rika. I'm gonna vor her, and then I'm gonna enact DMD because I'm gonna have Rika, and nobody's gonna be able to stop me if I have Rika, except Gojo. But we don't worry about that. And he says, well, everyone, I'll see you on the battlefield. I'll be killing all those monkeys later on. And then he gets inside the pelican's belly and they leave.
Oh, yeah, I guess minor note. Yeah, he arrives in a giant pelican with him, and he has two like surrogate daughters.
Yeah.
We don't get into how he got them in this.
Yeah.
But like he literally is like, all right, yeah. Anyways, they wanted to go to the mall, so I'm gonna see you guys when I enact a war, a night of 1,000 curses. So bye.
Yeah. Basically, he just goes, yeah. My little chud daughters wanted to go get some like crepes or something. In
just
Tokyo.
food.
So yeah, we're gonna go get some crepes. Then we're gonna kill everybody in like a week. So.
You have 1 week. Bye.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
Hello down there. Hello down there. I say hello down there.
Alright, you've been going for about an hour.
Yeah. Well, you went for like 2.5, so I got time.
I'm just telling you where you're at.
Oh no, this is like over the halfway point.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's only 60 something slides in this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Then after that, we kind of smash cut to a week later.
Okay.
And we get Egg Yolk and Maki. They have a little conversation. It's basically just more character development and chemistry between them. Maki talks about the family, which we will talk about just a little bit. We get a lot more development into that in this show. But basically, she's a part of the Zenin clan, which is another very high up family. It's not as high as the Gojo clan, but it's its own.
It's one of the
The
like
big one.
3, I think,
Yeah, it's
powerful
3.
families.
Yeah, it's Gojo, Kamo, Zenin. They have their big thing is the 10 Shadows technique, which we will not see in this. We will see that in the show. Obviously, she does not have that. They also really don't like women there. They basically just don't. Basically, women are. They treat women just most of the time. They're just you're a housewife. You are trying to make male heirs.
They're not good to women, and they're not good to people who don't have a lot or any cursed energy. Unfortunately, Maki got the shit hand and got both.
They also they really hate when people don't have cursed energy. Unfortunately, there is also something in their family called heavenly restriction, which makes it so that you can't have cursed energy. There are multiple characters within the family who have that. She is one of them. Another one is a character who we will see later who is something. He's one of the most popular characters in the entire show. He's voiced by Dio's voice actor. It's a whole thing. He's the father of the guy who gets 10 Shadows, which is, I think, very delicious irony. That they basically, the guy who they cast out of the family for not having any cursed energy, his wife gives birth to the air technique.
What's the just the separate like the frames technique considered? That's not a.
That's the one that most of them get. It's just another one.
It's just
in their
another.
family.
Okay, yeah.
That's the signature family one, and then the actual like one is 10 Shadows.
Yeah.
The Gojo clan, I believe, also should have one that's just not related, but we never see it because we never see a member
Their whole
of the clan.
thing is you either get Limitless, which is like super cool abilities but no cursed energy to use it, or a lot of cursed energy but nothing to use it on.
Yeah.
Or every like, I don't think it's 100, I think it's more.
It might be more.
I think it's like 800 years you get someone like Gojo who gets both, which means you take big battery but nothing to use it on, and super fucking powerful ability but not enough cursed energy.
Yeah.
Put them together and it's like, oh cool. You made a like black hole bomb.
Yeah. But the thing is, we never actually see that because we never see any members of the Gojo clan that are named other than Gojo. We don't know why that is. It could be because they're just not in the story. It could be because he killed them all. There's a lot of rumors. We don't really know anything because it's not ever mentioned. Which, you'd think it might be important to mention the clan of the most powerful character to ever live, but no.
Nah.
Also, the Kamo clan is the third one. They're not in this. They show up in the show, and they're pretty much irrelevant. There's the only really big clan that is actually story important is the Zenin clan, and it's not for very long because something happens. she has been treated very poorly the entirety of her life because she wanted to, still do the thing, but she got the double whammy of not having any cursed energy and being a woman. Being a disgusting void, as they would say. So she just got treated like shit and left, pretty much. She doesn't like them, and her whole bit is I'm gonna become the best I'm gonna become the best sorcerer ever without cursed energy to stick it to them. And Yurt, basically just says I'll support you in any way I can. Effortless Riz. She's immediately smitten.
Mind you, she has known this man for like a week and a half. She tells him she wants to annihilate her clan, and he goes, "Yeah, I'll help you any way I can. Let's get him." Like a goober, and immediately she's like, "Fuck, that's so hot."
Yeah. She's like, "All right, I'll see you later, Yuta." Closes the door.
Literally, like, storms off like, "Oh yeah, whatever." Closes the door, and it's like, "Fuck."
It's just that easy,
It's
boys.
just that easy.
It's just that easy. It helps when you look like him, though. He looks like a stupid little femboy.
So, in other words, the opposite of me, but okay.
I was gonna say the opposite of Kazuya. Like, instead of gets no bitches, it is this motherfucker gets too many.
Yeah.
Well, it's more like Kazuya has a bunch of options, but is too much of a total dipshit to actually do anything. Yuta has 2, and both times was just kind of like, huh? Okay.
You say this, but I really feel like if he tried to pursue some of the other options, they would absolutely be like, no.
Not Ruka. Ruka would.
Ruka, yes, but anyways.
Yuta is running minimum intelligence, max charisma, and
Yeah.
it's fucking working.
That motherfucker that's Will Maddox.
Yes!
That's the difference. It's working for him, but it is not working at all, period, for...
Yeah. So basically effortless. Immediately. He's got her. All right, time for some fights. It's lots of fighting time. They're in Kyoto. There's some very cool imagery of Kyoto, which I recognize because I went there. So it was pretty cool to see. Oh my god, it's the train station! Oh my god, it's the mountain! Oh my god, it's that one building I walked by one time! They're fighting. There's some characters. In the actual thing, it's basically just described as people are fighting. Gojo is fighting. Toge and Panda are there. Yuta and Maki are still at the school. They're alone. But yeah, they're all fighting. But there are in the movie, they add some characters from the show who are not there in the original novel. So we'll get into that a little bit. We'll just name them. But they're not important. They're just Easter eggs, essentially. They're not actually important in this. One thing is kind of important, but it's mostly just a world-building thing. We'll get to it. Yeah, they're fighting, they're punching. Oh my god, guys. There's a distraction. Gojo, like, at one point, is like, where's Geto? Shouldn't he be here? Oh, shit! And then the fighting and curses, it was all a front to get Gojo away from Jujutsu High School so that Geto could go in and nab Yaimiko. So Gojo's just like, well, shit. Gosh darn it. But also I kind of can't leave because a lot of these guys would completely destroy everybody if I'm not here. So I'll just send my students over there. They can do it. So that's what he does.
This feels incredibly irresponsible.
That's kind of his MO.
His MO is like, it's irresponsible, but also like he can't take any of the first like the grade 1 sorcerers away because if he takes them out, then like a lot of people are gonna die. He can leave because then they're gonna eventually get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Do you have a slide about Miguel, or did you just? Okay.
I'll mention. We'll talk about Miguel a little bit. He's pretty cool.
What happens to him in here is really funny. But yeah, he basically is just like, shit. Hey, boys, come here. I trust you. All right. I'm gonna need you to go to JJK High. One of them, but JJK High. Shit's going down. All right. Be prepared. And they're like, okay.
All right.
Okay, boss.
Okay, boss.
Yeah. So Yeah, all right, here we go. We're starting it off.
Yeah.
Here we go. The first big fight. The first big cool animated fight
This
of the
feels
series.
like it will be incredibly anticlimactic because it feels like it is going to be one-sided.
All right. So this is a big one here. We got this is a Battle of the Titans. This is the first big, cool, awesome animated fight in the entire series. It's the monkey versus the monkey hater. It's Maki versus Geto. All right, here we go. Quiz time! What happens in this fight between Maki and Geto? All right. Option A, Maki puts up a bit of a fight and then Uterus comes to her rescue. Maki surprises Geto and apprehends him. Shock victory. Or Maki and Geto have a lengthy and well-animated fight in which Maki eventually loses and then tags out for Utrecht, who decides to finish the fight and gets Geto out of there. Or D, cooler heads prevail and they decide to play shogi instead.
I'm going to go with C.
I'm gonna say A. It's very similar, but I'd say a bit of a fight.
Yeah. All right.
Oh my.
You were spot on. It literally, I think the way the scenes are placed is she stops Geto and is like, I'm not gonna let you get to that guy that I may or may not have a crush on. Or it's literally like, if you want to get to my maybe almost boyfriend, you'll have to get through me
Basically,
first.
it's just
cuts to the fight in
Yeah, it
Kyoto,
cuts away and then cuts back. And,
where Gojo's like, okay guys, I get the feeling Maki and Yuta are gonna be in trouble. Go get over there. Cuts back and she's like on the ground, leg twisted backwards, like.
Yeah. No, the dialogue goes, oh, I didn't expect you to be here. And she goes, is it a problem that I'm here? And he goes, not really. So yeah, anyway, the answer was E. Maki gets off-screen instantly.
Okay, so I was correct to actually make an E last time because clearly you were fucking doing.
Yeah, so it doesn't really end very well for her.
No.
She's just not on that level. I don't have any specific panels or screenshots of what she looks like. It's pretty fucking dire. Like, her leg is just gone from the knee down.
Like I said, leg is like twisted backwards, like she's clearly gotten hit in the side.
Yeah.
It is like a miniature ocean of blood around her.
Yeah, she's missing like chunks out of her.
Yeah.
There's a very, they don't mention it. Usually just goes, man, she's in really bad shape. But then there is another panel where you can just barely see it, but she's missing a couple fingers. It's not a good. All right. Yeah. Doesn't really go very well.
No.
We know. Considering you just.
It gets worse later.
All right, Ultraman.
Oh, we just skipped past Miguel. Dang.
We'll go back to that because these fights are
Right.
spliced.
Right. Fair.
So yeah, it's Ultraman versus Geto and TS Personal now, and we get some cool shit that happens. We'll just go ahead and get into it now. There's a couple of things that Yuta does in this fight, where you just go, oh shit, oh he is special grade actually. There's obviously this panel, which is pretty cool. Then there's a lot of fighting. Geto just starts like throwing curses at him. He has like a big not Uzumaki.
No, I know you're not talking about Uzumaki.
Throws a bunch
He
of shit.
throws like 8 billion centipede guys.
Yeah. And then out of nowhere, Yuta just goes. Before that, he grabs. Oh, also, I just didn't mention this. Panda and Toge also get there first, and Geto just kicks the shit out of them immediately too.
In another very similar to how the fight with Maki was, Toge uses his curse speech and goes like, crater, and pushes him into like this giant hole. And as they're like, Maki, are you okay? Behind them, you can see Geto rising up with this like tidal wave of cursed spirits. It cuts back to the fight in Kyoto, cuts back to JJK High. Panda, we see stuffing. He's not a physical panda. Is like ripped apart. Toge is also, he's in like a small crater.
Yeah.
Maki is, I think, like slightly more bloodied. And Geto is just like,
Yeah, it was.
fuck, man. All right, well,
Yeah,
they're out of the way.
It was like Geto was beating the shit out of him and then just walked by Maki and
Just like, yeah. But yeah, so that really PMOs
yeah.
Utahime.
Yeah, Utahime. Yeah. So yeah, he's freaking PMO now about that. But yeah, he gets them all away and he's like healing them, which is another thing that they just don't really mention at this point. But he can. We'll get into it a little bit. It's much more important later. There's a thing called reverse curse technique, which the main usage of it is to heal yourself, but most people can only heal themselves. Except there are a couple of characters who can heal others with it too. One of them that's her whole thing. All she can do.
She is
heal
literally
people.
a doctor.
She's a doctor. That's all she can do is heal people. And then she is a actual real doctor who cheated on all her exams by using her thing. And then And then Yuta can also just do it because he's the GOAT. Apparently.
He uses curse speech and he uses reverse curse technique
is-
on other people.
This is
'cause
one
he
of the
can?
very few things that Gojo cannot do. He cannot use reverse curse technique on other people. He can use it on himself, not on other people. But Yuta can just do it. It's not really mentioned as to why he can. It's the only really thing we can think of is just that he has a shit ton of cursed energy. But yeah, so he does that and he heals people. And there's a whole scene with Rika and Maki where Rika's like jealous.
Rika gets jealous. Yuta says,
Stop.
"Hey, Void, Void male, cut that out. Be gentle to her." And Rika gets sad. Goes, "I'm sorry." Like he shouted at a dog.
Yeah. And he's like, "Do you hate him?" And he's pointing to Geto, and he's like, "Yeah, let's kill him."
Yeah, pretty
And
much.
she's like, "All right." But then another thing that he does. This is where we kind of sort of learn his technique because at this point he's just been using the sword. Then here's what we learn his technique. So Geto sends this tidal wave of curses towards Yuta, and Yuta just goes, "Rika, we're gonna do the thing." She goes, "All right," and she like raises her hand, and he gets a megaphone, and it's in his hand, and then you see on the megaphone is the cursed emblem of the Inumaki clan, which is
Curse
Toge-
speech.
Curse speech, and Geto just goes, "What? What the fuck?
Wait a minute.
What? You can't do that." And then he just goes, "Die." And
All the small curse words just wham.
everything dies. And Geto just goes, "What?"
This changes.
In 1 week, Geto's like, dang, in 1 week, this man just went into the skill tree hard and picked
Yeah.
up fucking everything.
So basically, the reveal there is Yuta's curse technique is that he can copy other curse techniques. And he does it, and it's not like, I copy it and then I can't do it. He just has them once he gets them. So, yeah, kind of busted.
Yeah.
And and also another thing, he learned that shit in a week.
Yeah.
Like it's not a like I copy it and then I just immediately know how to use it. He has to learn how to use it too. He just learned it in a week. And they're just like, Geto just goes, "Really?"
This man's plan was get in, take cursed spirit, get out, and it has become infinitely harder as he realizes how much Yuta has grown.
No, okay, so he is special. Like I thought they were joking on the card. No,
It is not
I
just
thought,
the cursed
I thought
spirit.
that was like a deterrent to make me scared of him. No, they weren't kidding. This motherfucker crazy.
He actually is him.
Yeah. So yeah, then they have a very cool fight, and we'll splice in and out. Here's some more important characters. We've got the Shiesty Sorcerer.
Yeah.
I actually don't remember his name.
I don't
feel
either.
bad.
His ability isn't really developed here.
No, it really not developed at all.
No,
even
it
though
isn't. Yeah, you're
he's-
right.
He's pretty cool.
His
for
ability
the-
is cool.
for
It's
the-
just a shame that they never.
For the ability is cool, but they don't give a fuck.
No.
They don't care. there's that guy. He's Kusakabe. He just really doesn't have a technique. He's just kind of a sword guy.
He has simple domain. Basically, think the most stereotypical samurai, like quick draw.
Yeah.
It's basically it's that. That's his ability.
And it, yeah.
Yeah.
There's Mei.
I see Mei,
She's
yeah.
a pedophile.
Good to know.
We're not
good
going to
to know.
explain.
We're not
any
going to worry
further.
about that. She
We're not
also
gonna
really
worry
likes
about
money.
That. We're not going to worry about that just yet.
Man, these two things are combining to make a shitty person.
She's a
Oh,
gambling.
she's a very.
She is like.
She likes gambling. She likes money. She likes molesting her younger brother.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not really.
That doesn't. There's not a whole lot else to her.
Yeah, no, that's really it.
I fucking hate
She's also
this
a
character.
fucking pansy.
I
And
fucking hate this character.
She has one fight in the entirety of the thing, and then she goes, "Man, that was like kind of tough. I'm out of here," and she literally leaves the country. Basically, you're not supposed to like her.
No, she's just the worst.
There's this woman.
Tell.
She's kind of relevant. Akari Nita is her name. She's basically just another Ichichi. She
Yeah.
can do the domain. She can do the
Barriers.
The barriers. She goes out on a couple of missions with the main characters in the show. She also becomes a sort of damsel in distress very briefly in the second season, which is one of my least favorite things that the show does, because there's a character who's my favorite character, who we won't get into because she's not in this, but the whole point of the show is to mask the flaws of the manga, right? They make that scene so much fucking worse. It's kind of crazy.
I mean, on one hand, it makes you hate the villain more, which is what I think their original intent was, which is fine, sure. It kind of sucks that the villain isn't all that great in the first place, because he's just kind of unremarkable. He's
And he
a
doesn't even
literal
last.
who.
Yeah, he's a who. He doesn't even last. And it seems like the whole point is they just wanted to make that character look weak. And it's like, if you're building to that character getting stronger, then it's fine. But they don't do that. And
She
we'll
just
get
kind
it.
of disappears after that.
Yeah, we will get into that once we get into that. That's gonna be much later. Because I'm not even gonna do the whole first season in the first lecture that we do of it. I'm probably gonna do half.
I don't blame you.
And then here's
Shoko.
that's Shoko. She's the woman the doctor I was talking about. She's the only person who can do reverse curse technique to heal people. That's all she can do.
Smoker, alcoholic.
She smokes. I'll
think she's an
I'll
alcoholic,
give you
just
a little.
smoker.
There's some we call there's in the JJK fandom. There's a lot of agenda and slander and stuff. Most of it is just jokes. Hers is the only one where I can say it's kind of. We'll get into it a lot more once we get to it, but I'll just say it this way. Her whole thing, literally all she does is heal people. She does not heal one single person on screen the entire story.
I'll run a little bit of defense for her, only to say, JJK runs into what I'll call the Sakura conundrum way earlier than Sakura ever did, where her whole thing is healing. Unfortunately, when, the basic technique that curses and, evil sorcerers are throwing is shit called, curse, inverted spear that pierces the heavens, and it fucking disintegrates your upper half immediately, it's like, you can't heal
I
that
can't really
shit.
heal that.
What do you want me to do?
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, not even you think this is supposed to be her introduction where you're like, oh, okay, she's the doctor, but she doesn't even heal anybody in this scene.
she doesn't.
She literally just walks around and goes, stabilize that guy. Stabilize that guy.
She's like,
Man,
a
Ghetto, you're
healthcare
really-
CEO.
She-
She's just
yeah.
do better.
Yeah, she literally just goes, man, Ghetto, you gave me a lot of work, and then just doesn't do it. So yeah, there's a lot of people who really, really don't like that slander, even though it's true.
It's true.
And it's another example of
Gege Akutami does not
Ege
like women.
Akutami does not like women. Just has some sort of issue with women in general.
Yeah, I can kind of get that vibe.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So there's more fighting. There's some more important characters here. There's this guy. He's pretty cool. That's Kento Nanami. He's a very important character in the first season, also in the second season, but not quite as much. This is the more important thing that I was going to talk about. We're going to introduce a concept here called the Black Flash. It's much more delved into in the first season, but we're going to talk about it a little bit because of this scene right here. It's very important. Black Flash is essentially a random crit, is how it works. And you usually, though it's not completely random, usually you build up to it and you can kind of feel yourself getting in the zone and then you hit it.
You have to hit enlightenment pretty much, and then I think they say like imbue your fists with cursed energy within like it is a super small fraction of a second, and you get what is basically I think there's a decimal, but like 3 times damage multiplier. Think of it that way.
It's essentially the equivalent of like a frame perfect punch in Punch Out, pretty much. So yeah, it's very difficult to do. Very few people have done it. It's very hard, very, very hard to do. Again, very few people have done it. Put it this way. Throughout the entirety of the series, Gojo hits 1. Throughout the entire series, Gojo hits 1.
Damn.
So anyway, Nanami hits 4 straight. In this scene.
Mind you, later that number gets topped, but it's much later.
Yeah. Nanami hits 4 straight, just right here, right now. And he kind of just does it effortlessly. Now, to be fair, he is also just one of his things is that his technique is it's much easier for him to hit something like that because it's a physical technique. It's because he's got overtime, which essentially just after 5 p.m. he gets a power buff.
Overtime he has
and
not
he's got the 7-3 as well. The 7-3 ratio is his true technique. He also has overtime, which is like an add-on, which essentially just gives him more power.
He is literally a salary man where if he goes into like literal overtime, he's still working after like 5. He just gets a like +3 buff to all of his special stats.
Yeah, but the 7-3 is like a ratio. It's basically it's a ratio technique where basically if he hits you and then he hits the ratio correctly, which he does every time because he's mastered the technique. No matter what happens, it does damage, basically.
It's a crit on top of any potential Black Flash crit.
Yeah.
Which means he just gets like 8 billion damage multiplier.
Yeah, and also it's basically it makes sense that he would be better with Black Flashes because he's constantly critting anyway because of that. And as you can see, the thing that he's using, he's got a cleaver. It's covered. So he doesn't even have the sharp end out, and usually he hits people with the blunt end of it, and it still cuts them because of the crit. So it's that's kind of just like
nerfing himself.
Yeah, it's kind of just an extra aura thing, basically. Is what that is. So yeah, that he's important. That was the lore thing. Black Flash will become much more important in the show because they actually delve into how it works and how you attain it and everything, and like how you reach enlightenment through it and whatever. And then we have the Kyoto students. So these are the Kyoto students. We have Miwa, forgot her name almost. Her thing is essentially just the same as Kusakabe, where she does the
quick draw.
There's Kamo. He's part of the Kamo clan. Oh yeah, remember I talked about them?
We get told in the show, not here, but it should be noted, his full name, Noritoshi Kamo. It's kind of like being named Adolf Hitler, because the only other guy named Noritoshi Kamo was a piece of shit, just the worst.
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
Yeah, and they met. He says, and then there's another character who gets introduced later, who there's a fight where he says, Noritoshi Kama! And he's talking about the guy, the evil guy, and then this guy's just like, what? Me? What did I do?
I fucking just got here! And he's like, not you!
Yeah. His technique is blood bending. He can bend blood.
It's exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah.
He uses it to do archery.
That's the Kamo clan technique is blood stuff. Then there's Nekamaru, who right now we'll just say that he's a robot guy.
He's a robot guy.
We'll learn more about him in the show. Right now he's just a robot guy. And then
It's my boy.
this is Aoi Todo.
My personal favorite character. I know you said yours.
Wasn't that funny?
Why the fuck did you do that?
I don't know. Oh my god, you were cut off. All right, whatever. It's fine. We weren't using. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll fix that.
Yeah. So yeah, he is another character who, at this point, we don't know his technique yet, and I'm not gonna spoil it because it's fucking awesome. But right now, he's a big, fat, muscly guy. Not fat, he's a big muscle guy, and he's like, "Ugh, the magic, the idol that I like has a meet and greet in like 20 minutes. We gotta get this shit done." And then he just starts beating the shit out of everything. Also, he's grade 1. That's important because he's he's a student still, and he's grade 1, which is unheard of. He basically, there's multiple in this scene. I should also, by the way, watch the movie, right? Obviously. Yeah. But there's scenes in this where he takes out multiple like gargantuan curses. He just runs up and goes. And then, of course, next up is the most important character. Homegirl.
Yeah.
She can fly with her broom.
Yeah, that's.
Is it just in the background? Yeah. Okay.
She's acting as reconnaissance. Slightly higher. She's acting as reconnaissance. It's bad that I was gonna sans the joke, just say her actual name and cannot think of it to save my life.
I can, but I'm not gonna.
It should be noted.
Fair.
Her ability is not broom. Her ability is cursed tool manipulation. She only ever uses the broom.
Yeah.
She uses jack else.
Yeah, no, she has her technique is legitimately kind of powerful, if she wasn't a woman.
If she wasn't, 1, using exactly only a broom, and 2,
If she was not autistically invested in this broom.
if she was not invested in exactly broom and also 3'5" and 20 pounds.
Yeah. If she was written by anybody other than Gege, she would be pretty powerful.
Okay, I get your point.
Yeah. So. All right. Yeah. So that's the. He gets the point of the. Yeah. That just Gege doesn't like women. There's a lot of examples of it. Even in this. Yeah. If you think it's bad in this, wait until we get to the show. So yeah, it's not. There's just not a whole lot with her.
Momo. Is it Momo?
I love this 144p picture.
Momo, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Momo.
Yeah.
Your name's Broom?
Yeah, I'm like broom. Fuck. She
Feather duster.
in the second season, she take this, uses the broom to do a wind blast, and the villain just kind of effortlessly puts his hand out and destroys it.
Literally, yes.
He just
she just ultimate wind smash, and he just goes.
destroys it.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even look phased. He's mildly annoyed. He's fucking stop that.
It's like the other thing he does with Miwa as well. He just goes.
He's just I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. Anyway, most powerful move ever. Yeah, so that's
She is there and does about as much in the movie as she does in the entire manga.
Yeah. Well, I'll also take this opportunity to talk about Miguel a little bit because you mentioned him. Miguel is evil. He's on Ghetto's side. He's a black dude. He's from Kenya, I think. He's from Africa somewhere. I believe that is Kenya. They make a point that there are no cursed users or curses outside of Japan, except for him and his family.
More what they say, I think, is like there's very, very few. He is one of them. I'm assuming you don't have any pictures for it. If we're adding him in now,
We'll get there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he basically his thing. He doesn't really have a technique. He has a cursed tool called Black Rope.
pretty much, yeah. There's an actual word for it, name for it, I think, and it's not Black Rope, but yeah, it is a cat of nine tails made of black rope that disrupts cursed energy.
Yeah, and that's what it does. It disrupts basically anything, which is basically kind of a good foil for Gojo, because he kind of needs to, use his cursed energy. And that's the whole reason that Miguel is there, is to basically just waste time fighting Gojo, so that Gojo doesn't just fuck off. So he's able to do that for a while.
I see.
Let it be noted, the black rope disables his cursed energy for, I think, a couple seconds.
Yeah.
Gojo goes like, "Oh man, that's pretty annoying," and then proceeds to beat the fucking shit out of him. See here, he goes fucking apeshit. Mind you, he gets infinity back. Mm-hmm. He can use his ability and potentially just disable Miguel right there. No, he specifically beats the fucking brakes off this man. Yeah. Like, mind you, they say I think in the manga or something, like, oh man, he held his own against Satoru Gojo. He fucking did not. No. He was getting.
I'm pretty sure Miguel himself goes, what?
Yeah, he's like, gosh, yeah, no, it's bad. Gojo, yeah, no, it's real bad.
That's the thing. That's the reason I said for the waltz. He didn't have to do that.
No, he didn't. He could have left. He could have just went, all right, I'm done fucking with you.
Yeah.
Bye. No, he got his technique disabled for literally maybe 2.5 seconds, yeah. And when that is unacceptable, proceeds to fucking rearrange your organs.
Yeah.
Look, man has priorities.
Yeah, it's just somehow being as racist as the cult leader.
Yeah. Except against, I shouldn't say that.
Yeah, don't say that.
Alright, we're gonna watch this for like 5 more seconds.
Yeah. God. No, let it be noted, if there's anything that JJK does really well for some reason, it is fucking one-sided beatdowns.
Yeah.
And this one is like way more brutal than it really has anything.
Yeah, there's no reason it should have been
this
bad.
He laid on the works.
Now,
I just love the last hit, the fucking clock's back.
Yeah.
Bam.
Yeah. He's just like, oh, you're reeling.
All right, so Miguel gets not the brakes, the entire fucking car beaten off of him.
Yeah.
Back to
JJ. There's another. This is one of the more legendary beatdowns in the entirety of the story. There's one more. There's one more that's been adapted, or two more that have been adapted. They're both to the same character by the same character. Yuji.
No, you said to the same character.
Yeah.
Well, it's Mahito and then
Mahito and.
So it's not to the same character, but
it's Mahito twice.
Oh no, I was thinking of Hanami. Hanami getting the shit beaten out of her by Toto and Yuji.
Yeah, but that one is not. Weirdly enough, that's more of just, oh man, like it's like it's not like this. It's
yeah.
just,
okay. No, that's fair.
That's
fair.
They're just beating her in the fight.
No. Yeah. Okay. No. I can see the vision. I can see the
Mahito one with Yuji and Nanami. There is literally a scene where he's getting fucking mugged, and he's like, "I'm gonna die."
I gotta think something quick. And then he just gains a domain expansion.
Yeah. But that scene, I'm gonna have a gif of that scene because that scene's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's the best part is he's so cocky about it, and then then there's just a scene where he's like, oh, fuck.
Back to JJK High, where Geto is doing somehow only slightly better.
Yeah. Yeah. So then, moving on. Yeah. So now we're getting to the end of this fight now. They've been spliced in every once in a while. It's basically just been they're talking shit to each other. I should say it's more Geto talking shit and Yuta just going,
I'm gonna kill you.
You are going to die. I am going to kill you.
The fucking not John Marston, the other one.
Arthur?
Arthur. You're a dead man. I'm sending you straight to hell.
Oh my.
Yeah, Yonkers.
So Yonkers gets so fucking mad that he imbues too much cursed energy into his sword and breaks it on Geto. And Geto is just like, you fucking idiot. You just broke your katana. Now you have no way to defend yourself. And he's like, you imbue a curse like that too abruptly, the vessel's not gonna last. Maybe you should have thought of that before.
Oh my.
Reminder, in order to hit a black flash, you have to achieve basically fucking battle nirvana and hit a frame-perfect imbuing of cursed energy. Yuta has been a sorcerer, period, for like a week and a half max.
Yeah.
And he just achieved an impossible feat, basically.
Yeah. Also, another funny thing about this is that he doesn't even achieve nirvana. He hits this
just
black
gets so
flash
mad.
He hits this black flash out of pure rage.
This man is fucking seeing red. And you can see it in the top picture. Geto gets hit and is like genuinely surprised. Like, what the fuck?
It's another. Also, the way that this is played in the movie is fucking awesome too. Like he's literally mid sentence, and then he just goes
and gets sent flying. Mind you, not just sent flying. Yuta like turns with the punch and sends him flying the other direction.
That's the best part. He gets like stuck on his hand, and he's like got him like this, and he turns around and fucking throws him with his fist.
Reminder, this mission from the start was supposed to be a quick smash and grab of a cursed spirit.
Yeah.
This man has proceeded to get the fucking works run on him.
Yeah, this is a special grade, one of the 3 special grade, well, 4 technically, but 3 special grade sorcerers on the planet, and he's getting his ass beat by a guy who just learned that this existed last week. So yeah, Geto is not happy about that. He got blacked. He's PMO. He literally just lays there like, holy shit. Like the.
He is hearing the Pokemon low HP sound of doo-doo.
This panel right here. This is where he realized, I can't beat him fairly. Like he's gonna win if I don't just
do something
cheat.
crazy quick.
So then they talk a little bit more. Basically, Geto just stalls time to get the cobwebs out of his brain from getting a fucking concussion.
This man unlocked the premium subscription for concussions. Yeah. He needs.
Man is speedrunning a CTE.
Yeah. So yeah, now he's just like, all right, time for Uzumaki. Time for my ultimate move. We'll explain a little bit. So basically, remember his curse technique is just curse spirit manipulation.
Pokemon.
Yeah, so he just has a bunch of Pokemons and he throws them and stuff. So basically what he does is he combines everything that he has into one attack and just throws it at whatever he's facing. Also, here's Tamamo no Mai. This is a special grade cursed apparition. There are 12 of them in the entire world, at least according to this. And he said there are 12 of these in the world. Here's one of them. Tamamo no Mae. Yeah, so Rika's another one, obviously. Tamamo no Mae does fucking nothing. Tamamo no Mae just
summons it and it floats behind him while he turns his Pokemon into a
don't-
Kamehameha.
We don't know what its ability is. We don't know anything about it. It just dies. nice, pretty much.
It's the idea that it is super
Yeah.
powerful.
The only thing that I could think of is maybe it was like a multiplier for damage
Maybe.
or something. Because it doesn't even do anything.
Well, you need to also remember this man's been a cult leader for like 10 years,
Yeah.
collecting who knows how many cursed spirits. That's why his Supreme Art Uzumaki is just insane.
Yeah. It's this is 10 years worth of curses that he got on hit at mana. So he's just like, yeah, this'll do it. There ain't no way that he's gonna beat this. And then Yuta in response goes, "Hi Rika, I love you. Mwah." And Rika goes, "I'm gonna kill everybody!" Anyway, so then Hitler Youth gives Rika a kiss.
God.
And manipulates her into shooting her love juice all over the poor defenseless queer gentleman. Basically, he uses her ultimate move, which is just love beam, pretty much.
It is
It's just a giant fucking laser.
Yeah. It should be noted, it's not manipulating. It is quite literally. He says, with full sincerity, with full like genuineness, I love you. If you help me stop this really bad guy, I'll give my soul to you.
I give myself to you.
And then
give my
gives her
heart
a
out to
little
you.
smooch, and then she goes like you can see there. Also, that's where I said it kind of looks like Ghostface, I guess. Goes
Freak.
fucking ape shit. Like the light behind her, it's harder to tell. It is literally a fucking like shockwave
Yeah.
echoing off of her. And phrasing it love juice is so weird, but yeah, she shoots a fucking laser beam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Ghetto, as soon as he sees this,
Calls him
just
a
like
womanizer.
Yeah, he just goes. Well, he as soon as he sees this, realizes, oh, I'm dead. So then the last thing that he just thinks to do is he just goes, oh, so that's how it is, you womanizer, you manipulator. And Yuta goes, how rude. This is pure love.
He literally
And then
says
he,
like,
And then just goes, and Rika goes,
Ghetto literally says like, if that's what you stand for, then I stand for justice, you womanizer. And he says it's not like womanizing, it's true love.
Yeah.
Do you have a gif of Uzumaki, which is supposed to be Ghetto's ultimate attack, getting disintegrated?
I don't, but it's just basically, you can watch the movie, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
basically, a lot of this I left out. There's a lot of stuff I left out so
Yeah.
that you would watch the movie. But basically...
They don't even clash.
No. No. Like, a couple of the little things come out and go towards the beam, and then the beam just fucking atomizes it.
The last shot we get before we see a fucking mushroom cloud
Yeah.
is Ghetto like grimacing, like
Yeah, he's
fuck.
like, he's like looking, like he already knew he was fucked.
Yeah.
But he just goes like, yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you can tell, Rika goes a little overkill.
Yeah. Yeah. There's not really much
Look
else
at
to say.
you can see in the corner. You can see Yuta size comparison, Rika size comparing the beam.
Yeah.
She shot a fucking sun at this man.
Yeah. It's a very nice scene. It's very cool.
It is.
There's a nice music.
Yeah.
It lasts like 15 seconds, and then Ghetto is just kind of, well, let's just say he got blacked.
You can't quite see it on the lighting.
You can't quite see it.
He is like basically the like right
I
side of
can
his
see it
body
better on the monitor.
is it's gonna be a little hard to make out. The right side of his body is entirely charred. He's missing his right arm.
Yeah.
And like even this right side of his face has like a bit of scarring. And he's like, oh fuck. Oh shit. Alright.
Yeah.
Maybe next time.
Yeah.
Sits, turns slightly and sees Gojo standing there and he's like, yeah, if anyone was gonna get me, it'd be you.
Yeah. So yeah, he basically, yeah, he got BTFO'd. Even the Chud cell could find love, and now Ghetto has become the black cell, the biggest black pill of them all. And as he's walking away, with no arm. He's like, oh, such a beautiful bond. Wow, such an amazing curse and such an amazing curse user. Once I get my hands on her, I truly will be the strongest in all of the world. And then he just looks and he's like, and he like goes up against the wall and he's just like, just kill me.
He's like, if you're going to kill me, at least use cursed energy, because of course the guy who's obsessed with cursed energy and sorcerers wants to be killed by cursed energy. But yeah, that is something kind of funny that should be noted. One of his last words is like, man, it's kind of ironic. I wanted a world perfect for sorcerers and got beaten by not only a perfect sorcerer, but somebody who opposes the opposite of my ideals.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
I hate that fucking
People with
shot. People with blue eyes,
be
yeah.
like, yeah, there he is. You can kind of just barely see him. It's very dark.
Do you include his last words?
I do.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
Champ.
so there's a whole thing. They have a whole conversation about, because they were friends. And there's, I believe it lasts about a minute, where they're just talking, pretty much.
Yeah.
Where is it? Yeah. Gay lovers. At least hit me with some curses at the end. Is what the last thing he says. But this is here. Now, I'll just say this, right? The gay lovers thing, a lot of people genuinely believe that, and I won't say that there isn't evidence. And this is the big one. This is the biggest thing, is that this is technically the last thing he says is that, but there's another thing that he says when he asks him, do you have any last words? And I'll get to what he says there, but that was before this. Basically, what happens is, they have like a conversation and they talk about, oh man, like all those years. It's like I can never say I was truly happy, but I kind of felt that way when I was with you. That's what Geto says. And then Gojo just kind of stands there for a second, and then walks up to him and he says something. And we don't know what it is. There's no sound. It's just complete. It's just like you see his mouth moving, nothing comes out. And then Geto goes, and then he says, at least hit me with some curses at the end. So the implication there, from the theory standpoint, is basically just sappy stuff, pretty much. Oh, I love you, blah blah blah. It's shaky, but you can kind of see where people were gonna grasp onto that.
I voiced my own. I already did at the very start, but I voiced my I guess aversion to that one, and it's nothing. It's not based in anything too bad. It's just I feel like we've moved away from two people of the same
it is
gender
just kind
being
of
able to have a like brotherly bond.
Yeah,
but,
nobody can be just friends.
Yeah,
but
sure, if you wanna make some stretches, sure. But
I think it's a stretch.
It is the same logic that is
right?
used to link Sam and Frodo.
Yeah,
I've seen the exact same thing there, and I can tell you with certainty that it was just basically brotherly bond.
But this one is a stretch, I think, still, but I can see it. Like I can see where people would see. Yeah,
there's
I can see
opening round.
Yeah, there's definitely it's like there's enough where if Gay came out and said they were gay the whole time, I'd be like, all right,
it'd be weird this late into it.
It would
sure.
be. It would be, especially after everything that's
Heck,
happened.
Gay didn't even want love relationships in general in JJK. I don't think he gave a shit about making anyone queer.
No, he didn't. But it was I will say there are implications about characters that are not these two. There are implications of at least one or two or three characters. In fact, now two of them, which is actually the only one of the only actual relationships in the entire story, is not adapted yet. Will be adapted
Oh, yeah.
They're definitely in a relationship.
Oh, probably.
100%. And it's two dudes. So
Yeah.
But
One of them's a femboy,
one
which
of
is
them's a
kind of
femboy,
funny.
Yeah.
I can only suck a cock if it's wearing a maid outfit.
Yeah. And then there's another character who is actually it's Maki's sister. Is also there's some pretty there's more implications with her than there are with them. That she is gay.
Oh no, with who?
With nobody. She just is. Like she's not.
Okay.
Like they talk like I'll talk about them when they come up, but it's like the main two are the scene where she goes and sees Takara-chan, and she's just like, oh, that wasn't so bad. And then there's also the one where remember she has like Maki or not Maki, Nobara in the headlock or whatever. Or no, Nobara has her in the headlock.
Yeah.
And then Toto shows up, and Toto goes, oh, well, you look like you're enjoying yourself, and she's just like, ugh. It's not like that, basically. So there's other implications as well, but
I always assumed she was just trying to get with Toto. The problem was Toto is insanely fucking autistic.
Yeah.
And cannot read social cues.
There are other implications for this character specifically that are very, very not good which is another reason why a lot of people just kind of go, yeah, maybe she is. Because there's implications that her first crush was her sister.
Oh.
So we don't. So it's one of those things.
I mean,
like,
we already got the
we don't-
Chomo, so like
maybe we don't need to delve into that. And I mean, the Zenins are kind of infamous for like sort of like maybe possibly incest anyway. There's stuff in like the extended stuff, like in the not fan books, but in the like the extended world building, which is there's very little of. But basically all of the Zenin shit is that they're weird, they're maybe inbred, you know. So
why a lot of them have mental issues, but sure.
Yeah, and it would also explain why many of them are fucking ugly. The ones we see later. Yeah. So that implication is why that one's not really talked about as much. So yeah, then we get into that. There's, I think, other evidence a little bit of this that comes around in like hidden inventory. I'm not gonna get into that because it's in hidden inventory, and also I don't remember. So we'll save that. If it comes up when I rewatch hidden inventory for that thing, I'll talk about it then. But not gonna do it now. And then Geto's dead. His last words. Yeah, Gojo puts his personal own a hole out of his misery, and his last words are, "I always hated those monkeys."
That's most of it, but let it be noted, the full statement is, no matter what anyone tries to say, I always hated those monkeys.
Yeah.
This man said, let me be clear, to my dying breath, still racist.
Yeah.
And then
yeah, and if anybody ever tries to smooth that over, do not let them.
You like quadruple down.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. This man on his deathbed was like given the opportunity to say like, yeah, actually, I wore that Erwin Rommel uniform as a joke, and was just like, nah.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Don't put words in my mouth. I did that shit, and I meant it.
Oh god.
So he's dead. Geto's dead. Geto died.
Geto is 100% noted dead.
Yes, this is important for later. Geto dies here. He is dead. We'll get into why that's important in the next one. But he is dead. He's dead. Dead.
Geto is dead.
Geto is dead.
Yeah, I can't even.
Dead. He's dead. He's gone. All right, moving on. Random lore drop time. So this is Yuta's POV.
Okay.
Yuta's like, oh, my friends. So anyway, he wakes up. He took a little nap after that, right? So, oh man, that was really tough. And then he wakes up, and Yaoi and his friends, they learn that he is a descendant of Sugawara no Michisane. This is Gojo just shows up and goes, "Hey guys!"
I figured something out.
Yeah, and he doesn't have the blindfold on, so everyone's like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" He's like, "It's me, your awesome, handsome, lovely teacher Gojo." Like that he actually does say
Yeah,
that.
he's just like your super cool and handsome teacher Gojo, and they're like, really?
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah, and then he goes,
Yeah?
Anyway, I have something to tell you, Tuh. You're a descendant of this guy. This had been kind of a plot point where they were like, what's this guy's ancestry?
why is he so powerful, regardless of Rika?
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, how the fuck there's no way he's not a descendant of some clan, pretty much, because this is kind of ridiculous. This amount of power and technique and also like potential does not come from nowhere. There has to be something. So basically they learn that he is a descendant of Sugawara no Michizane, who is a actual figure in Japanese history, at least like myth-wise, who is in JJK, a legendary sorcerer from hundreds of years ago. He's essentially just the Gojo of that era, pretty much. And funnily enough, Gojo is also related to him. So there are some implications that Michizane could have also been a user of the techniques that Gojo has. That's never confirmed. They don't really even go into it.
They
at
don't
all.
touch on this ever again.
Yeah, it's just possible that might be the case, but that is all hearsay because this is irrelevant and never brought up again.
I think the only time it ever comes up is way later when the issue of who leads a certain clan needs to be decided. And they're just like, fuck it, I don't know, you. Because, yeah, Utah, because you're technically related to 2 clans now.
Yeah.
I guess you have Rika, you have everything else.
Yeah, and he just goes, okay, sure.
Okay, sure, fine.
Yeah, because at that point, he's technically the head of multiple because of another big thing that happens.
Yeah,
later
yeah,
on.
yeah.
But, that...
Maki looks so weird with her hair down.
She does.
Without the glasses.
And she doesn't have glasses on either.
Yeah.
You can't even barely tell it's her.
Yeah.
Another thing, this is just a personal pet peeve of mine, and I
Yeah.
understand why they did that. It just pisses me off. PMO, even. She has green hair in this.
Yeah.
She does not have green hair in the manga. It's black. The reason that they changed her hair and Mai's hair, basically the entire Zenin clan all has black hair in the manga, except for if you're really old and you have gray hair, obviously.
Yeah.
And then there's one guy who has blonde hair who we'll get to. But everybody else is black hair, right? And they changed that because they decided, oh, there are too many characters with black hair. We're going to make Maki and Mai have green hair instead. And it looks so much worse. Not to say it looks bad, because it really doesn't. It kind of still
It's
fits
not
her.
really noticeable.
It's not really. It's not something you just go, oh, it's an anime. It's
Yeah.
an anime. They have weird colored hair, but man, they would have looked so much cooler with black hair. Man, just personally, I think.
I mean, I can kind of see it with
I mean, like,
the guy who's coming up.
yeah. Which guy?
The Maki's brother, or not brother. However, he's related.
Yeah.
Who goes after Yuji and
Well,
Chosa.
he has blonde hair.
Oh, is it blonde?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
blonde.
okay.
So I think he looks fine. I think that he actually has one of my favorite designs in the entire thing.
Oh no, I think his design is cool. I think it's also cool that we see the frame technique develop. But yeah.
I think it's fine. But this is just based on if you look at like the official art for the anime versus the official manga stuff.
Coloration, yeah.
There's like so many just like there's so many like full page art spreads.
Yeah.
That are just like advertisement for the story,
Slightly
and
back.
that Maki's in, and she's in a lot of them because she looks so fucking badass.
Yeah.
With the black hair, and unfortunately, those there's a lot. There's also rumors. We'll get to that. We'll get to this more in season 1 because the quote unquote evidence for that is in that first season. But one of the official arts has Maki and my favorite character, Nobara, who because she's in the first season, we'll get into that, standing like 1% too close to each other, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, they're lesbians!"
No.
And they're not.
Yeah.
But But we'll get to that when it happens, because there's other things that make people think that, and it's mostly just people not comprehending what's happening. But that's not important right now. Yeah, so that's not important.
Goodbye, Yuletide?
Remember, he had to give his soul to Rika in order to do that little love thing. So now, in exchange for using her full power, Yosemite has agreed to give her his life. And it's very sad, and everyone's like, "Dude, don't do it." He's like,
Maki is fucking pissed.
She's very
Because,
angry.
like,
Yeah.
by this point, she finally has, like, accepted her feelings, and she's, like, basically in the process of, like, she's at, like, 98%. She's like, oh, and then, like, the last thing he drops is, like, oh, yeah, sorry, I said I'd give my soul to my spirit
Yeah,
girlfriend
sorry,
because
I
she
gotta
helped
go-
me kill a cult
I gotta
leader."
go die. Sorry, guys. And she's just like, "What the fuck, dude? No!" And he's like,
Like, whoa, what can you do?
"Yeah."
Sometimes things happen.
Yeah, and then they're like, "You really don't have to." And he's like, "Yeah, I do. It's kind of too late. I gotta, yeah. Sorry. Like, I really like. I don't want to, but
It's how the cards fell.
yeah." And then she goes, just kidding."
Yeah.
Yeah. So, actually, this is another reveal.
It's a really nice scene.
It is. It's so nice.
Such a nice scene.
Yeah.
You should watch the movie.
You should watch the movie.
You should watch the movie.
It turns out it was Yin Yang who cursed Rika instead. It's a bit of a twist right at the end. It was that she didn't actually have any curse. She was just a person. But because Yuta had so much cursed energy, even at such a young age, his negative feelings of watching her die, like, compounded on top of each other and cursed her instead. So basically, she got forced to become a cursed spirit, and because he had so much cursed energy, it all flowed into her, and she became super powerful. And once that is all revealed, basically, it becomes a thing of, yeah, no, I'm not gonna take you with me.
She's just like, it's okay, you didn't mean to curse me.
And then he
Love you, bye.
Yeah, he breaks down and he's like, it was all my fault this whole time. What the fuck? That's so awful.
Well,
And
remember
then
from the early on, you had made a note to, like, remember this quote. It was like, what, love is the worst curse of all, or something like that?
it's and that's where this comes in.
Yeah.
And it's that's what happened.
He loved her so much, he accidentally cursed her because he blamed himself pretty much so much for her dying.
And then it ended up actually becoming his fault.
Yeah.
And then she just goes, yeah, no. You said you love me.
I forgive you.
You said you love me. We can be done with this. And yeah, the curse is broken, and it's a great scene.
It's a great scene.
Very, very nice. She says, "Don't come over here too soon, okay?" And then she fades away, and Yusha just goes. And that's it. That's the movie.
We get like a post-credits scene where Yuto's training with Miguel.
Yeah, it's a
you know, the guy who Gojo beat the fucking brakes off of.
Yeah, there is a post-credit scene basically, which is an explanation of why Yuta is not present in the first season, and he isn't. The reason for that is because he's in Kenya with Miguel, both training and also trying to find any remnants of, like, the black rope, pretty much. Because Gojo, of course, as soon as he's like, oh, this thing can actually kind of disrupt my technique, he destroyed it immediately.
He destroyed all black rope, and the only other, we'll get to that one, but the only other tool that could theoretically bypass something like Gojo's Infinity,
He also destroyed.
he didn't destroy it. He just says Gojo has no fucking idea where he put.
Yeah.
Like, Gojo doesn't even remember where he put it. Shit, because now they actually needed to use it.
Yeah. Yeah, so basically they go to Kenya basically to try to find any traces of it. And that's what he's there to do. Because Gojo immediately after destroying it is like, oh shit, that should actually probably still exist.
Whoops.
Whoops.
Like, Yuta is in Kenya, like, eating with me. somebody shows up. Miguel like glances up, sees Gojo, and is just like, fuck. He's like, because Gojo's checking in on Yuta. He's like, hey, how you doing, sport? Oh, hey, Miguel. No hard feelings, right? Miguel's like,
You are racist.
you did not have to go that hard. That was a little excessive.
I was tapping out from the ground. You kept going.
Rev,
Like,
do something.
No, we're good. We're good. We're good. Yeah. We're good. But yeah, so that's the post-credit scene. That's the whole point of it, is just to be like, yeah, Yuta's not here in season 1. Why isn't he here in season 1? Because
he's in Africa.
Because he's in Africa, and the reason that they do that is because all of the problems that happened in season 1, if Yuta was there, would not have happened. Because they would have gone, hey, Yuta, can you take care of this? Okay. All right, we're done. Because he is that powerful. Like, basically, he's just Gojo Jr. It gets at a certain point.
If you will.
Yeah. So basically, whenever Gojo is preoccupied with something, they could have just gone, Yuta, go do it. And Yuta would basically just go, okay. And then that would have, basically, if Yuta was in Japan during the events of season 1, JJK would not have happened.
Thinking of Mahito domain expansion, trying to like taunt Yuta or something like, they said you're pretty powerful.
Yeah.
I don't think you're all that. Rika, love beam. The fuck is a love?
Yeah, that's the thing, is that he basically just has something for everything.
Yeah.
So like, for example, Yuta by himself can't actually damage Mahito because of the whole soul thing.
Yeah.
Rika can.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, so basically he frees himself from the curse, Rika, but this is important for later. How does he still have Rika, right? Basically, once Rika leaves, he gets sent all the way back down to grade 4, and he fights his way back up just by his own merit. But something that really helps him is that Rika leaves him with like basically a soulless version of herself. He gets a Shikigami, which is something that we will get into later. That's another season 1 thing.
Okay.
But basically, it's just like a version that he can control at his will.
Yeah. He gets. It has literally. There's no like downside to it. It should be noted.
Yeah.
This sounds like it's the. He has the ring pop, which I will clarify. It is an actual wedding ring.
Yeah.
No. Not a shiny one, but like a ring. But now he gets, instead of like Pitbull that can't be allowed within 30 city blocks of a school,
it's Pitbull that is allowed.
Yeah, it's Pitbull, but it's got one of those cool like chain leashes.
Yeah.
And can do literally everything. He still has the copy ability. He still has the true love beam. Rika can hold cursed tools.
Yeah, which is something that
Not
the first one
not
couldn't
hold
do.
as in like
No, she goes.
hold. She opens up her chest and congratulations, you have access to every single fucking weapon.
Yeah. She does the Resident Evil just. What'll it be?
Yeah.
And then you just
What are you gonna buy?
That
And then it's
actually,
just everything.
That actually happens. Like she in mid-fight in the show, she goes, "What'll it be, Yuta?" And he goes, "I'm thinking this one." But yeah, so that's all for the movie. Next class, we're gonna talk about Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1, Part 1. The story actually starts there, like the events of the actual story. That wasn't just this prequel. Potential Man will arrive.
Yeah, Potential Man.
And
Please
we're
tell me
really
you're gonna have the image when talking about him.
We're gonna be excited about that. I might wait to use that once we really get into when his feet start getting like just like wait, he actually doesn't do anything.
Yeah, he's fucking bad at his job.
Yeah, and then of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Sorry. I don't know how that got in there.
We got one more thing we gotta show.
Hey,